Hey, what's up? Welcome to episode 187. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and we are on the march toward Christmas time. I'm excited.
Also on the march toward playoffs. Playoff season's happening right now. It's exciting times in the NFL.
Week 13 almost wrapped up. We'll get into it all. Let's go. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bench Podcast. I'm Joey. This is Angel, and this is the Bench Podcast, episode 187. Over at the producer's desk today, double barrel action. Registered Packer owner Gabe Tovar, who's having a flu game, by the way.
Cold game.
Yep,
Cold game. Cold game.
Well, that's not what it's called.
Flu game sounds cool. You're right.
Well, you know what the flu game is, right?
Yeah. That's the Michael Jordan game.
Okay, yeah.
Which was actually the Pizzagate game now.
Oh, well, yeah, it's true. It wasn't
even a flu anymore. It's a food poisoning game.
All right, well, didn't expect to get into all that. Also,
I didn't know that.
Raider fan, the Raiders. Andrew Rodriguez, how you doing, bud?
Doing all right, man. I'm just trying not to get sick over here by Gabe, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, if you hear some sniffling on the mics today, some coughing.
I promise I'll drop the mic if so.
Everyone walked in sick, so
yeah.
Hopefully I don't get sick.
That's that time of the year, man.
It is that time of the year. We are into
cold out.
December. This episode is for December 2nd, 2024, as we are into the last month of 2024. That's always fun to look back, get those music raps.
Yeah, Spotify raps.
Yeah, me and AJ were talking about how those are ruined when you have kids.
Yeah.
Because now mine will have a large majority of Moana.
Yeah. Because like when you're single like me, like it's all cool. Like try to be cool music and stuff.
Yeah.
You try to
curate it.
Yeah, you try to make it look cool. But then when you're a parent, it's like Mickey's greatest hits.
My kids ruined mine. What's going to be your top artist on your Wrapped?
Oh, Morgan Wallen probably. Morgan Wallen.
What about you guys?
Oh man, that's a good one for me.
Probably Kendrick.
Probably Anderson .Paak.
By the way, Gabe, shout out your page.
Oh, Wayback Grooves. Yeah. What's up, guys? How you doing?
At Wayback Grooves.
Wayback Grooves, baby. Yep.
Yeah, go follow him if you like music. If you like that old, sexy music.
Yeah.
Most selective, most seductive.
If you want Gabe with his silky, sultry voice to talk you through a fine night with your lady.
Oh, there you go.
Go follow.
Real romantic.
No, for real. I'm actually not. I'm being sarcastic.
It's a cool page.
It's a cool page. Go check it out. At Wavy Grooves. I never get the name right.
I feel like you do it on purpose because it's been 3 years.
You know the problem is I was doing it on purpose, and now I've confused myself where I don't know.
I'm not even trying to make a joke. I don't know the name of it.
See what I'm saying?
It's Wayback Grooves.
Don't know it. My brothers don't know it.
Oh, it's Wayback Grooves?
Wayback Grooves, yeah.
At Wayback Grooves. I follow it.
I follow it too.
Yeah.
I put comments on it.
Angel leaves some nice comments every once in a while. I did a good laugh out of them.
Yeah.
On today's episode, we're going to get into the news, a couple of stories from the break, as we took a little bit of a break last week, recorded the one episode on Friday for our picks, and now we're ready to hit it hard on the home stretch into the playoffs. The playoff races are hot.
Heating up.
On both sides. AFC is tight. NFC is fun. It's fun.
But before we get into all that, if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Do me a favor. Right now, copy that link and send it to someone you know who loves football. That would help us so much. Also, you can subscribe if you're not subscribed yourself. That's very helpful. Check us out on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and thank you for following the audio version of the Bench Podcast. Of course, brought to you by the Fans First Sports Network. And then follow us on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Search at Bench Show to follow the show, between the show, and all those different platforms. And of course, lastly, check out benchshow.com, home of the Bench Beat, articles on fandom, fantasy, and all things NFL. All right, the news brought to you by Dad Gang Hats. Use our code, get 15% off. It's a great Christmas present. If you need to go buy the dad in your life, maybe you need to buy yourself a Christmas present, or whoever it may be, and they're a dad, or if you know someone, you call them daddy or papi. Whatever works for you, you can. Just said all right. Listen, whatever you need to do.
There's no way.
Might as well get 15% off.
What a great way of telling someone that you love them by calling them dad and giving them a Dad Gang hat.
Yeah.
Like, never mind.
Let me ask you a question. In what situation are you okay being called papi?
By a Latina.
By a woman.
By a Latina. If you go to papi, something's going to happen.
I feel like I couldn't.
yeah.
I feel like if I was with a girl who called me papi, I would be like, that's too much heat. That's too much. Like, I feel overstimulated right now.
Yeah, be like, we have to do something right now.
Yeah, like, And then I can't be doing something every time you call me Poppy.
Yeah, we can't be like the mall. And you're like, hey, Poppy, like,
Hey,
chill.
Poppy. All right, let's
chill,
go.
chill. We're going home.
in
Or
the middle
chill.
of church right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Poppy, can you pass my Bible? Like, oh,
All right, there we go. Let's go to the handicap bathroom.
yeah.
That's
Oh, my
insane.
All right, let's keep moving here.
Plenty of room.
Adam Schefter, former Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams, is signing with the Lions practice squad with the idea that he'll be elevated to Detroit's roster. Per source, Adams had been eyeing an opportunity with a playoff contender. He was released by the Titans.
Yeah.
Didn't work out there. He's going to play linebacker for them.
Yeah.
Because they're missing all their linebackers.
What's crazy is that he's a good blitzing linebacker, and they need pass rush. It's kind of like a sneaky way to get a pass rusher.
He sounds fun on the Lions.
Because they just lost Malcolm Rodriguez, right? Season-ending ACL. So plug him in as a linebacker.
Yeah, they lost him.
So it's like a sneaky way to get pass rush because he's been a good blitzer, and if they blitz with him, yeah, I love this move. It's
Him
good.
and who's the other dirty player they have on that team?
Kirby Joseph.
God, everyone knows who he is.
The amount of penalties,
Him and Kirby Joseph. Oh, I put the fear of God in you.
just going for heads and ACLs.
Devonta Smith is screwed.
Yeah,
He's literally screwed.
Yeah, those are two very dirty players. Yeah, he's not a safety. He's a linebacker.
Who's the most dainty receiver the Packers have?
Jaden Reed.
Oh no!
No, Christian Watson's pretty dainty.
Don't do it to
Yeah,
He's a huge
Maybe
man.
he's fragile. Maybe no.
You know, he probably is a little
6'4".
fragile. How are the hamstrings? Let's check in on those.
He's still good. He's still playing.
Damn, Germany did him right.
Germany just
Whatever happened in Germany over the offseason, it's working.
I feel like we need to be studied.
We need to go to Germany.
That
And
needs
get
to
some
be
medicine.
studied.
Like we all have colds. You should go to
And
Germany.
like, it
real
even
quick.
sounds kind of crazy too. It was like they taught him how to push off the other leg versus this leg by 35%.
Taught him how to
or whatever.
run.
This is like a Batman went and found the blue flower on the side of the hill type
Yeah.
thing.
Started seeing some
Like
wild
he got
shit.
trained and they brought that thing from the ground level.
Yeah, now
Like,
he's-
let's rebuild this man.
They just erased his fears.
all to be Christian Watson, but
Yeah. And behold, Christian Watson, a number 3 or 4 receiver.
Who drops 1 out of 3 passes thrown at him?
Back to Jamal Adams. I
Love
think
you,
it's
Christian.
going to be a good fit. I think it's going to be fun. It seems like the type of personality and the type of aggression that works on the Lions. Yeah. Right. All right, let's keep moving here. Commanders have placed running back Austin Ekeler on IR. He'll now be out a minimum 4 games. Commanders also waived former first-round pick Emmanuel Forbes. Bye-bye, Emmanuel Forbes. From whom the team attempted to trade before the deadline. Okay, so Forbes is out. He had just been getting owned every week, right?
wait $170
He
soaking
was-
wet.
Like from the moment he entered the league.
Yeah,
He was just never a first rounder.
Never.
They projected him to be I think it was second to third round, and they just
And they reached.
just to remind you, they took him over Christian Gonzalez.
Ooh.
what?
I feel like Christian Gonzalez is always the name that's mentioned
Because
when
he
you
was
throw
like
that.
the steal of
Isn't
that
that,
draft.
isn't that crazy?
He fell.
He's always a name.
Fell to the Patriots, of
He's
course.
pretty damn good.
Okay, so that's Emmanuel Forbes. Austin Ekeler going down. The Commanders, they've rebounded a little bit. Like they started hot, and then they played some bomb teams. Who's eating corn nuts?
This guy. Do I need to lower your? It was supposed to be my mic. This to be lowered.
Let's just cancel out eating on the podcast. Let's exit out immediately.
You're fine. Just back up from the microphone.
Kind of like, yeah, dude. It's not even corn nuts. He's chewing ice.
Oh my God, eyes. Wouldn't that mean? Never mind. All right, Austin Ekeler being down for the Commanders. They've rebounded a little bit from that kind of leveling out they had.
Yeah.
They're going to make the playoffs, I think.
Yeah. Brian Robinson's back healthy now, so
Yeah.
he'll be the lead back. Ekeler was nice for them. He's their third down back.
Although Rodriguez,
Christian, what is it? Chris Rodriguez?
Chris Rodriguez, he
There's
almost
another
rushed
one.
for nearly 100 yards today.
Yeah. They have a deep backfield, so this is it's a hit,
Where'd
but
that
not a
come
big
from?
one. What?
Commanders just RBU.
I don't know.
All right, the Chargers have placed running back J.K. Dobbins on IR because of a knee injury, sidelining him for a minimum 4 weeks. This obviously sucks. This man was no one rooting against him. It's almost like Baker Mayfield. Like everyone's rooting for this man to do well, and he had worked himself into he was so important to the Chargers.
Yeah.
Like he was their juice.
Yeah, he was their lead running back on a team that runs the ball a lot.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what they have behind him because Gus just seems like he didn't have it anymore.
Gus looks old.
Gus Bus is.
And either they don't trust Fidel or they just don't like him in pass protection or
Well,
something.
we were talking before the show today. Like the Chargers had such a weird way to win today. Like their offense just didn't show up.
Yeah.
And they just kind of packed it in and thought, now the defense will take care of this one. And then Kirk Cousins will help us out.
Yeah, Kirk's 24 picks helps out a lot.
Yeah.
The Vidal thing's kind of crazy though.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, and then they have Haskins too, who they like, right?
Haskins had 1 carry today. He fumbled that and never got another carry.
Oof.
Jeez,
So
some
I
punishment.
don't think Haskins.
So 4 games to buy. Okay, well they do have Herbert. Herbert's always nice. You can just throw the ball.
Herbert's
anytime.
nice.
McConkey's now a thing.
Yeah, Larry McConkey, although he went down today with the knee injury as well. So
Damn.
hope he comes back because he's fun. You think they don't have running backs? They definitely don't have receivers.
Yeah. That's definitely
Man, that's bad. That's really bad.
Yeah. But J.K. Dobbins, hope he gets back healthy. I hope he still wins the comeback player of the year award because he deserves it.
Oh, is Joe Flacco still in the league? He might get it again.
Y'all gotta let that go. Let that go already.
Angel.
Brees Hall should have won that thing last year, but okay, go ahead.
Please.
All right, Cardinals are signing running back James Conner, 2-year contract extension. Conner had been scheduled to be a free agent this season, but no longer. The Cardinals are saying, nope, you're going to stay in Arizona. You're our guy. They like him and Kyler in the backfield. Seems like a great fit. He's worked from the second he showed up there.
Yeah, and then he always seems to be underrated every year. People just write him off.
Every year.
He literally is their identity. He's a tough runner who can catch the ball.
Yeah.
That's so needed. And you're seeing this year, too, we talked about it off air, the evolution of backs, they're kind of aging a lot better than people think.
Are you guys noticing this? These older running backs are just,
They're doing good.
they're getting paid.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Derrick Henry.
But like Kamara, Connor, mid-season extensions.
Yep.
Like,
They're running well, and it's weird.
good for running backs,
Yeah,
man.
give running backs.
Sucks for the rookie running backs who came in and thought they were going to have a job.
Yeah, James Conner though, they're in the playoff hunt, so he's a big part of that Cardinals offense.
Yeah, we'll talk a little more with the Cardinals a little bit later. This is a surprise for me. Help is on the way for the playoff bound, the number 1 seed in the AFC, Kansas City Chiefs. Hollywood Brown has an appointment week 15 with his surgeon for a final clearance. Sources say that one that will likely allow him to play in week 16 and 17, of course, in the playoffs. Getting Hollywood Brown is a big deal for them.
Yes,
Because all of a sudden now, they're just stacked at receiver.
that's exactly what they need. God,
Just a bunch of weapons everywhere.
yeah. Now he kind of is. He's like a mature version of Xavier Worthy. Like
He's never going to play.
like he's a legit route runner. Like he's not just a deep
He's a
threat.
complete receiver.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
him coming back with Hopkins and with Kelsey and with Noah Gray now, who they're kind of Eric Gray, Eric Gray, the other tight end.
No, great.
Pacheco, and you have Kareem Hunt.
I mean, how weird is it when you see them line up and it's going to be Hopkins at the X, Hollywood Brown at the Y, Juju Smith-Schuster in the slot, Kareem Hunt in the backfield, and Travis Kelsey at tight end.
It's like they got the time machine and grabbed players from the last 5-6 years and brought them on one team.
We're just saying players are just
So
aging
weird.
differently.
Man.
By the way, really
Go Science.
Yeah,
Go science for
Go
them.
medical science. You guys are kicking
really
ass.
quick, I'm not sure if it was my miles playing tricks on me. Can you go back to that picture? What's going on
Oh
there?
no, it's someone else's helmet in the back. It looks like it's
Okay.
Yes.
I
is
was
that
like,
messing
what
with you?
is going on in
Oh,
that
yeah,
picture?
you're right. It does look weird in the
It's
picture.
someone like trying to tackle him.
Yeah, they're both wearing the Guardian caps.
I think that's
And they're lined up like perfectly.
Yeah, I should.
Trippy.
Speaking of which, I'm okay with the Guardian caps now. I don't even notice them anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool with it.
took a while, but
Also, Tua needs to be wearing a Guardian cap.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's not. I understand playing, wild and free. Like, you're young, wild and free, but bro, you might die if you don't wear a Guardian.
Pretty scary stuff over
All
there.
right, that's the news. Use our link to buy your Poppy Dad Gang
Your
hat.
Poppy.
God. We'll be right back with a recap of Week
I'm a
13.
little hot right now.
This segment is brought to you by Dad Gang Hats. Dad Gang makes the highest quality hats in the apparel industry because they use premium materials, pay close attention to detail, and prioritize durability and comfort. With so many styles, colors, and designs, they absolutely have the right hat for you and the dad in your life. Use code BENCHED76826. That's BENCHD 76826 for 15% off your first purchase. Shop Dad Gang Hats. Quality hats for quality dads. All right, Week 13 had a little bit of everything. We had snow games. We had weird offense. We had great defense. We had some monster games. We had some rookies doing a lot of things. So let's jump into it. Let's start with the Chargers and the Falcons. This game was one of the weird ones I was talking about. Kirk Cousins throws 4 interceptions in this game, and they lose 17-13. Chargers move to 8-4. Falcons move back to 6-6. The Bucks won, so big loss here for the Falcons because it's going to come down to those two guys. Let's start here with the Chargers. Like we said earlier, I don't know how they scored any points because no one did anything except Lad McConkey.
Yeah, in 17. This is what happens when when the quarterback on the opposite side throws 4 picks. You don't need to do much because they put you in good field position every time.
I guess so. I mean, I think this is not a true representation of what we're going to see moving forward because I doubt They're not going to force 4 interceptions.
And there was a pick 6 in there, so 70 points.
So I still want to see what this offense looks like without J.K. Dobbins,
which is crazy.
Because he was that big of a part of their offense.
Yeah.
Defense, obviously, really, really good. They shut down Kirk Cousins. I don't know if you guys caught that tweet that came out. I think it was this morning from Jeremy Fowler, I believe. If it's not Jeremy Fowler, it's someone reputable. That basically the next 6 games are a tryout for Kirk Cousins to see if he was going to be the quarterback for 2025.
Where are you at with Kirk right now?
If he's throwing 4 interceptions, then you got to move on. I mean,
I should pull this up. How movable or how can you get off that contract? That Kirk Cousins contract? Because when everyone was dogging them because you drafted Penix at number 9 when you already have Kirk, you just signed to a big monster deal. Now it's like, I apologize. I didn't realize you had this kind of game. It was good for them. What a fallback. A top 10 quarterback pick. Like that most teams don't have that. That's pretty incredible.
So after next year, which is his age 37 year,
old.
The guaranteed money is done after next year.
Oh, next year.
Yeah, $27 million next year. $12 million this year was guaranteed, $27 next year, and then the guaranteed money is done. And then his cap number also goes 90 this year, 65 next year, and then goes all the way down to 25 after 2025. And so,
but
after one more year, he's very cuttable, very tradable.
But we've seen teams like the Broncos or another teams just eat big salaries if we want to just start over. Maybe they just say, screw it, we're just going to do it now, do it early next year. Or
he could.
That's a lot of money, though, to start over.
I think it's more likely like he turns into a bridge quarterback. And maybe
for another team.
If he struggles next year. No, I'm saying for the Falcons. If he struggles next year by week 4 or 5.
Or if next year there's if they keep him on the roster and there's a quarterback injury for another team, maybe another team trades for Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk has a market out there.
Yeah,
return to Minnesota, perhaps.
That's why
I floated to Angel. I thought that might be kind of
Kirk go back to Minnesota.
Sense. Him and O'Donnell are boys.
But J.J. McCarthy's sitting there.
Maybe they try him with the Jets.
That's a typical Jets.
Well, the team I thought would be a great fit is the Colts.
Because they do that.
And I know Anthony Richardson is playing better now, but I think long term you're gonna have to choose between Rich and Steichen. I think long term that's the choice you're gonna have to make because I don't think that's a great pairing. But Steichen has shown he can do wonders with a classic pocket passing quarterback.
Yeah, we'll get into the Colts game later. That's another thing to talk about. But yeah, Kirk Cousins might be the end of his days and his short-lived time in the ATL.
Yeah, so they're sitting now at 6-6. That puts them in a dead tie with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, both at 6-6. I think they play each other next week, right?
Awesome.
Good God, here we go.
I think so, if I'm not wrong.
Playoff football, baby. We love it.
Okay, let's move on here. Steelers and Bengals, 44-38.
This is so the
These
Bengals.
teams just threw up a ton of points in a division I guess no longer is about defense and ball control.
Well, at least for this one game.
Yeah,
defense just wasn't great.
But I think it's a positive sign when I saw this that the Steelers can win this way. Because if you would have told me that they're going to get a shootout with the Bengals and T. Higgins is healthy and Jamar Chase is healthy and Chase is, Chase Brown is, running all over the field, there's not a chance I would pick them.
Yeah.
I picked the Bengals every single time.
Yeah.
But they just won in a shootout against Joe Burrow and his boys.
Yeah.
That's impressive to me.
Russell Wilson, he's been balling out. Yeah, listen, he's a good fit for that system, for that run first play action. And today, Pickens was obviously led this team in receiving yards, but Warren and Najee Harris both with 4 catches or more. Freiermuth with a touchdown, nice game. Yeah, everyone kind of got involved here in 8, and Wilson's is a good fit. I was wrong. This is nice.
414 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Was sacked only 2 times and had a QBR of 80.
Yeah,
that is beating Joe Burrow across the board, except for touchdowns, interceptions, but the same as Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
he literally threw with Joe Burrow today and then beat him.
They're so weird because I like I said on last week or 2 weeks show, like I don't love them in the playoffs because of the weapons, but if they can spread the ball like this, and
you never know, man.
Their running backs are good. No, Jaylen Warren is fantastic to be a backup runner. He's better than most team starters.
They have a legit running game, and it makes sense that they would because they have Arthur Smith.
Yeah,
who I'm starting to hear rumblings that he's going to get some head coaching offers.
Well, he axed that like immediately.
I mean, what is he going to say right now?
That's true.
Like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking it.
He is a good fit for Pittsburgh, though.
He's not going to stay. He's going to go get a head coach again. You think?
It was for his alma mater too.
This is not his dream.
I feel like there was a lot more bad. His coaching, his resume. I was trying to think of the word. Is a lot worse. I think he needs more than 1 year to. Show
but you could have so much control over a college team, though.
Bengals lose another close game. They're going to 4-8.
Unbelievable.
Just a tough season for the Bengals, man.
Yeah, man.
That pretty much. I mean, they were not going to win a division before that, but now they are 4 games behind, or 4 in the win column, 3 in the loss column behind the Ravens. Yep. In their own division. They're not even sniffing the wild card. So this is pretty much nail in the coffin as anyone else this week. Bengals are pretty much done as far as the 2024 version.
And now you shift your focus to the T. Higgins drama, to the Jamar Chase extension, and to a bunch of Trey Hendrickson. You have a lot of injuries on your defense is getting a little older.
Yeah.
Your offensive line still isn't great. A lot of question marks there.
You've been a proponent of fire Zach
Taylor.
Zach Taylor. You still there?
They just need a reboot. This team's good. They just need like another voice. It's not like anything on gets Zach Taylor. It's
That's
just
a hell of a reason to uproot a man and his family.
this is the NFL, but this is also a team, the Bengals, who stuck with Marvin Lewis for years past his prime, just because they don't like to move head coaches.
I wouldn't. Would you guys? I would not move Zach Taylor.
I think honestly their problem is just defense. They don't have any more talent. I think they're really missing Jesse Bates and the who was the other player that left in free agency?
The guy who went to the Titans, the cornerback. Is one of those names I can't pronounce.
Oh, Uzier?
Yeah.
That defense went from like a little bit above average to like one of the worst.
Well, maybe it's Lou Amarillo who needs to go there.
And DJ Reader. There you go. DJ Reader he went to the Lions.
Yeah.
And he's doing great there.
Yeah, I think maybe a reboot on defense. I like Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow.
I like Zach Taylor too.
They've always put up points. They've always they're always just a scary offense.
But their focus should be now Burrow stay healthy, and let's get the T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, because these two together with Joe Burrow,
it's dynamic.
It's class. It's
dynamic for a long
hard
time.
To keep up with these two when these three are rolling.
Enjoy it while it lasts. T. Higgins not staying.
They can't.
He's gone.
With Jamar Chase trying to get $40 million a year,
and the owner is cheap as fuck.
Yeah, not happening. Is he still bending over backwards to pay Jamar?
He's bending.
We don't have the update yet.
Poor man.
Let's get Andrew. Get eyes on.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, Andrew. Cardinals and Vikings in a game where we didn't know, we don't know what we believe on either of these teams.
Yeah,
and I feel like we're still there.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the Cardinals. I don't know if I like Sam Darnold.
We called it, man. Just when you think he's here. He's back.
He is.
He's like, you can't. He's a guy who he performs good when the spotlight isn't on him. When there's an expectation for him, he falls back. But when you don't think anything about him, he ends up winning games or whatever.
I got so into Kyler Murray. Yeah. I traded for him on my fantasy team. Yeah. I started watching his vlog on YouTube. Because he does a weekly vlog.
You really did get into him.
And I thought, dude, this man's the best. This guy's amazing. This man's unstoppable.
Yeah.
And back-to-back losses now. Cardinals at 6-6, tied with the Seahawks. No, behind the Seahawks. Seahawks 7-5, I think.
Yeah, they are. The Cardinals are 6-6. Yeah, with the Bucks, Rams.
Well, in that division, what is it?
He's talking about the division.
Oh, yeah. Seahawks are 7-5. So one game behind. Another team. We'll talk about the Seahawks later.
Yeah.
But
that's how quick the narratives could change there, though. It takes 1 week for that to be him back in first place.
Let's go to the other side real quick.
Yeah, where are we on the Vikings?
I don't know. I mean, they're on a 5-game win streak, so you can't really hate them because they're winning. But you don't really trust them.
I've never been so uninspired by a 5-game win streak.
Right? It's
Darnold had a fine game. 235, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones looked really good. 5 carries, 20 yards.
Jefferson had a good second half. First half.
Serious?
He finally remembered he had Justin Jefferson on his team.
Yeah.
Teams second half.
Teams, well, when they were on the broadcast, they were saying that teams are just doubling Jefferson, obviously, and just making Sam Darnold get to his second and third read.
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of hurting them.
But today he was the leading receiver, 7 for 99. Yeah. Last week they really dove into that, and it hurt the other team really bad because Addison and Hawkinson just went off. Yeah. This team is stacked weapons-wise, man.
Yep.
You put Naylor in there as a 3 and Hawks back now. I think they still need – Aaron Jones might just be – that hairline might be for real now. He might just be too old.
They need another guy with Aaron Jones.
Gabe did not like the hairline comment.
No, I don't mind it. No, I don't mind anymore.
He's in Green Bay in a couple of weeks, right?
Just to make it clear,
I think it's back here.
The Packers won that trade. Now that we're a couple weeks, we're like a lot of weeks in. No, actually, wasn't a trade. the whole swap, the running back swap.
He means Josh Jacobs. Yeah.
Remember with Josh Jacobs versus Aaron Jones? Now I'm like, okay,
absolutely.
We got the better guy. We got a guy that can stay healthy.
Would have been nice if we kept both.
Would have been nice. Incredible. It was great for that 30 minutes when we had both of them. Oh my god,
that's so dynamic.
I'll never ever forget that time.
We were the best.
Those 30 minutes we had.
Those 30 minutes. It was awesome.
I remember. I remember he called me. He was like, "Drew, tell me everything about Josh Jacobs."
Yeah, I need to know everything.
He's good. I was a Bronco fan. He tore us up for years. He's a good running back.
Let's get back to this real quick. The Vikings are 10-2, tied for second. They still have a legitimate chance at a bye in the NFC. They're 10-2. Yeah. They just keep winning.
They're a game behind the Lions.
I love Kevin O'Connell, man.
I
love Kevin O'Onnell.
He's a good coach.
He's doing this with Sam Darnold.
He's a good ball coach. He's one of them ones. He's one of them dogs.
Brian Flores too. Like what they're doing in Minnesota, I don't know why we're like this, but we're so pessimistic about Minnesota.
They're 10-2,
and they're 10-2. Like they're one of the best teams in the league.
I think it's just Sam Darnold. I just can't be like, Sam Darnold will lead this team to the Super Bowl. That's what I can't. I know he's playing great this year, and he's had some down games, which every quarterback has, but he's the only guy on this team. I'm like, I just can't buy into him being a quarterback.
We have to see him in the playoffs.
Yeah, I have to see more because we've seen so much bad of Sam. I know he's playing good, but
damn, this man just resurrected his whole career and is leading a 10-2 team in the NFC. And you guys are like, well, I gotta see the playoffs.
It's kind of like Baker. You kind of had to see it for like a year, and then
you had to believe it. You were crowning Baker. Well, he hasn't done anything in the playoffs.
I'm talking about you. Like you had to see it for a year. Now you're on Baker's side.
I still didn't see it in the playoffs.
You want to? Whatever.
Hey, we all know how Joey is.
Yeah.
He hates him some
Baker man.
You need to see it. You need to see it in the Super Bowl. Down by 3 touchdowns.
I gotta see.
5 minutes.
Listen,
left.
I'm right though.
Ultimate scenario.
I was right.
The crowd was
the crowd going crazy? Was I not right about CJ Stroud?
You're right. No, you're right.
I see it.
Right.
We're ready to crown that fool, and now look at him.
My sweet baby lamb.
Hey, say that about Purdy though. You're ready to crown him too.
Purdy has a lot going against him.
Oh my God!
Shut up.
We'll get there. Yeah, Colts Patriots. We're gonna talk about this let's start the timer now. 1 minute.
What?
Anthony Richardson's turning around, and it's good to see.
I'm happy to see the kid
It makes the Colts just look so stupid, just utterly stupid.
Yeah,
for benching the kid for
They lost so much time right there.
Yeah, since returning
precious quarters.
He's 2-1 with 2 game-winning touchdown drives.
Good for you.
He's phenomenal.
He's making big time throws.
I do agree with you though. I don't think the head coach quarterback is a great fit at all.
No.
Like they draft, it almost feels like the owner drafted Anthony Richardson and said, "Hey, so I can just work with this kid," because the offense is still read option or just bombs down the field, which is terrible.
Yeah, there's nothing easy. I feel like they don't throw it. Maybe he's not good at it. I don't know. But yeah, the offense still doesn't seem like a fit. The only thing that's working right now is that they're actually running him. Yeah. And you just got to live with the fact that he's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get banged up.
That sucks.
It's gonna happen again here. Just go get a really good backup quarterback.
Yeah, he got a little banged up today. No, he kind of played through it, but
he's running the ball like crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird fit.
They're still in the playoff hunt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're.
The Colts are 6-7. They're a game behind the Broncos.
Yep.
Wow.
They're right there. And they lost
for the last 2 games behind the Ravens and the Chargers. Like
imagine if they didn't bench Anthony Richardson, where would they be right now? Would they have won one of those games?
Maybe the benching. I know we're just mocking it. I'm saying he's playing good ever since he came back.
Patriots, straight rebuild year. Honestly, every game that you can get Drake May as many reps as possible and still lose that game and retain your draft position, it's a win.
They're really good at that,
That's
too.
a dub.
They're really good.
So good at being just good enough to lose.
They're really good at having Drake May have a decent game, and then the defense or someone fucks it up, and they lose. I do like Drake May a lot, though. That team is just I don't like the head coach. I don't like the roster.
I don't like any of their weapons.
Yeah, it's just Drake May and then a bunch of shit.
Going back to the Colts real quick, Angel, who do the Broncos have next week?
That's a good question. I know Cleveland this week. I'm not
sure.
Because
I just looked at the Colts schedule. They're actually on a bye was it next week? It is next week. And guess who they're coming back to play the week after that?
Carolina.
The Denver Broncos.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
That's why I'm wondering who the Broncos are playing because of the I don't want them to lose. I'm cheering for the Broncos, but if they lose, that's a huge game in 2 weeks.
Give me a second.
And coming off a bye week.
They need a complete overhaul of these Patriots weapons.
Well, they're gonna. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it. They're getting Travis Hunter.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because they have what, pick 4, pick 5?
Yeah, I think 100% gonna sign T. Higgins.
No, So the Colts have no.
They're going to give him the biggest contract in NFL history.
Again, there's no bye week for the Colts. Next week they play Denver.
No, that's the 15th.
Oh, sorry, bye week.
That's the
bye
15th.
week.
Colts have a bye week next week.
Broncos have a bye week. There you go. That's why.
You both have a bye week
Yeah.
next week.
So there you go.
Oh, you both have a bye week and both come back to each other?
Yeah.
Oh, my
being a game behind or being a game ahead.
If the Broncos lose tonight against the Browns, that'll be a battle for the 7th or 8th seed in the
So we need them to lose, so it's tied, right?
No, we need them to win, so it's not tight. So we have some breathing room. I don't want the Broncos to be toe-to-toe.
Talking about for our entertainment.
Talking about content, man.
I don't give a fuck about the Colts. I want the Broncos to be in, man. The fuck?
No, I want them to be tied. I want them to be playing for the playoffs.
Yeah.
that last game.
I don't care about the Broncos' feelings.
I care about the Broncos' feelings. Fuck the Colts.
Screw you, Sean Payton, piece of shit.
And that's my head coach.
You don't like Sean Payton.
No
one likes Sean Payton.
I remember.
Sean Payton's wife doesn't like Sean
I
Payton.
like that he's my coach. Like, I'd rather him be a dick and be our head coach and be a dick and be the Raiders head coach.
Are you saying he's your dick?
No, he's my head coach.
Let's move on here. Seahawks and Jets in a game that none of us wanted to pick because the Jets almost won. 26-21. Seahawks win, and we had declared this team dead because they kept losing, and we thought, well, someone's going to come take the division from them. Here they are, still on top of the division, 7-5, and Geno Smith's getting it done. I think he's among the league leaders in yards thrown. Like, he's having a pretty good season, actually. And defense is kind of turning around underneath Will McDonald.
Yeah.
Seahawks, real or no?
Nope. Don't trust them. That's a first round.
Whoever
knockout.
plays them that first round, it's gonna be a great game to
I
get warmed
understand.
up.
Yeah, I understand they rebounded, but this team is so up and down. I'm not. And this division isn't as strong as we think. So them winning isn't.
Yeah, it's not that.
That's a good
impressive.
point.
It's not that impressive.
That's a good point. This division just may not be very good.
Yeah, because I crowned the Rams. The Rams kind of have let it slip through their fingers. The Niners are just too hurt. The Cardinals are the same thing as Seahawks. We just don't trust them. Yeah,
here's the thing. Screw it. They're at 7-5. I'm still gonna say they're still a bad team. They're just in first place right now because everything else around them.
7-5. That would be in most divisions. In the
friggin' NFC North, they'd be in fourth place for that division.
Good for them for leading the division, but don't trust them.
Yeah, the division sucks to begin with.
Yeah. Jets are 3-9 now.
Jets are
3-9. Aaron Rodgers had another fine day.
There's something else.
Breece Hall had another just fine day, and they just lose. It's almost like how we are with the Vikings and even the Chiefs. Like, they just find a way to win. The Jets are just they're just going to find a way. They're going to lose. Yeah. They're going to lose, and it's just enjoy the ride because that's where it's going to end up.
I think the head coach really was that big of a difference.
I don't know who's watching Jets football. I don't know if Jets fans are watching Jet football because it's just a big tease. You see on the scorecard, Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson. Oh, shit, this might be a top 5.
Which is crazy. I think Devontae scored today. Aaron Rodgers had a kind of an old man moment where he made a great block. But
it's just
somehow it's still resulting in a loss.
It's a bunch of talent. It's not a team. That's why they're 3
wins. I like that. They're
just not. They're not good.
I wonder if this offseason is going to be wild, right? We all understand. The offseason in New York
so dramatic.
Is going to be crazy.
Yeah, Aaron's not going to make it. He's not going to make it through the offseason.
We have a coaching hire coming up. We have a GM hire coming up, and we have something happening at quarterback. Who knows what?
We don't know. We literally don't know because the reports have been everywhere that he's all in, and the Jets are all in, and then the Jets are like, well, this is his tryout for this season, and
then we got a report they almost benched him in week 4.
It was bigger than that. They wanted to cut him.
Hard Knocks offseason needs to go to New York.
Yeah.
Or it's been cursed this offseason. Last offseason.
No, Giants were going to suck it either way.
Yeah, that's true.
They
Giants
just suck.
But the Jets, tough watch on the field, tough watch off the field because their front office is a shit show because they don't have one. Who's their head coach again? Albrecht.
Yeah, I don't.
Shout out to Albrecht, dude.
What poor guy.
Just falling with
Yep.
sinking with the ship.
A couple weeks ago, he thought he was walking to the opportunity of a lifetime.
He's like, I'm about to become the Jets head coach.
He's aged phenomenally.
Yeah.
And in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Robert Saleh over there, since he's joined the Packers, Packers have been on a pretty good record.
No, he's not on the Packers anymore. Now he's on he was on someone else's sideline the other day. Wearing their gear.
What a little
I didn't
whore.
see that. Wow, what a whore for real.
Gabe just found out Robert Saleh cheated on him.
He didn't even know.
Say that again.
I just found out myself.
No, he was on someone's sideline. Who was it? He was wearing their gear. I think it was the Browns.
Let me see this shit. I gotta look this up.
Vrabel's on the Browns.
Oh, you're right. It was Vrabel.
Yeah, Vrabel's on the Browns.
Sorry.
I was gonna say no, he's not.
Oh, never mind. He's not a whore.
Your girl didn't cheat on you. But Vrabel's helping out the Browns.
Okay.
Going very different for them.
I think their defense got worse.
Yeah.
Since they got
all right.
legit got worse.
Commanders, Titans, 42-19. Commanders get right game for them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's against are these my Titans? I just like this team.
I like this team too. I still like Will Levis.
I don't know what. Okay, do we understand Will Levis is playing really good football right now?
He is.
Since he came back 4 weeks ago, he's 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's taking care of the football. He's doing smart things, but he's still throwing the ball down the field. Like he's still airing it out.
Today he went 18 for 37, 212 yards, and 2 touchdowns, 0 picks.
I mean, he's playing well.
Did he really?
Not to mention last
bad.
week. Last week he beat the Texans. You know, like he's.
So where are you at? Do you want him to give him like one more year?
I think we're learning. I mean, look at Bryce Young as well.
Anthony Richardson.
I think we're learning. Maybe we should wait just a minute and let these quarterbacks develop. Will Levis is in what? He's just wrapping up his first full season.
Yeah.
Because he didn't start till late last year.
Yeah, it's about halfway. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and look at like he's a good like he's an average to above average quarterback right now.
So.
And he's just getting better.
If they were to keep him, they can draft like a left tackle or a wide out.
That's a big decision for them to make, man.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I would take Will Levis over any other prospect besides Shedeur Sanders.
I don't know enough about the other guys yet to give that call. But
I'm not.
Will Levis has he's always been talented. He's just been, from the neck up, which you kind of worried about. But since the bye week or since something, he's been playing well. So
he was hurt and then he came back, and since then he's 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Every week I've seen a quarterback rating at least above 80, twice above 120.
Yeah, I don't like this because he's not giving us memeable moments anymore.
Yeah, that's why you don't like it.
Yeah. Screw you, Will.
I mean, he's played some tough defense. Like in this stretch, he's played the Chargers defense, the Vikings defense, Houston's secondary, and even Washington up front isn't terrible. Listen, I'm just saying, let's give a kid a chance. Okay. Not bad.
Other side, this is a game that they should have won. Commanders should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, they're still not for real. Like, I don't believe in the Commanders one little tiny bit.
Rank this team on the trust ranking, okay? Commanders, Seahawks, Cardinals.
Commanders.
Yikes.
Commanders, Seahawks, Cardinals.
Yeah, I want to see how you rank this.
Yeah, as far as, like, who am I taking
number
the most
one, who trusts
serious?
the most, and, 2 or 3.
It's a fun game for me. Seahawks, number 1.
Okay, wow.
Then I'd go Commanders, number 2, and then Cardinals, number 3.
Yeah, that's where I have this team.
I think Seahawks are just by far the most complete roster. Commanders have major holes in their roster.
And Lattimore hasn't played yet. He's been hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should be a little concerned about that already.
He's in 3 games, 4 games, hammy.
Yeah.
Maybe he does want to play that.
He doesn't want to be a commander.
That's that would suck. But Commanders are we
I just exactly what I thought was going to happen when they played good teams.
A little too fast.
Like they weren't good. They weren't competitive.
It's a good start though to a nice rebuild.
Yeah, but they can beat the Titans 42-19.
Yeah,
and I'm sure. Yeah. What pisses me off is that he's still.
Here we go.
Jaden Daniels is still the overwhelming leader to win Rookie of the Year award.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
That's stupid as hell. Like that's a narrative award.
Well, because he does it the coolest. That's why. Yeah.
Look at his and Bo Nix's number. I'm not gonna look at the numbers, but you go look at those numbers. They're not close.
Bo Nix has more. I mean, obviously
across the board, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix hasn't played as of this moment,
and his team is better.
Seems better, and Bo Nix has more total touchdowns, and and then it just started out because like Bo Nix started low and ended up peaking.
Yeah, I was gonna say what's more like impressive to me if I'm one of the people that are voting for this is that who had the tougher road to get there.
Yeah,
Bo Nix had to start from the bottom. He had to work his way up, and now look at
now we
get playoffs. Yeah,
yeah. But this team, much like the Texans of last year, this offseason be aggressive and see what happens. But yeah, they're still in a rebuild kind of thing. Not rebuild, but
cool to see Terry McLaurin kind of finally have that year.
At 30 years old, it sucks to be 30 years old to get this.
Like DJ Moore, he's finally having that year.
They're the same people.
Let's move on to that said team. Texans beat the Jaguars in AFC South battle here. Texans go to 8-5. Jaguars go to 2-10, trying to get that number 1 overall pick. Unfortunately, they might have to use it on a quarterback because
Aziz Al-Shahir.
I think he's still out cold.
I mean, that was I was in worship. You know what I'm saying? I was in worship, and I started getting texts, just Bleacher Report and Twitter and every single notification thing available. Like,
it was
dirty hit,
dirty as hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got kicked out as he should have, and then he started fighting. He was fighting everybody. Then the crowd was throwing stuff at him because it was the dirtiest hit, and that guy had been flagged earlier on the season for another late hit on Caleb Williams. So we're thinking that this might be a suspension because it's the second time he's done this. But yeah, besides that was the highlight of the game.
Yeah, if you think the Shield isn't going to suspend you after you go and hit Trevor Lawrence in the face,
and then Caleb Williams,
you're gone. Son.
Yeah,
you might not play again this year.
Sorry, bud. You know what I'm saying?
Kidding. He'll be back, but it was a dirty hit.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, we got to see a little Mac Jones action. He played pretty well.
He's feisty as hell. I like Mac Jones. He's not very good.
Fine.
He's not very good.
Yeah.
I mean, he threw 2 touchdowns today, but like he's a good backup.
Where are we at with the Texans though? This is what we need to talk about.
They're in the Commanders, Seahawks, Cardinals stage.
We don't need to get super into this, but kind of remember the conversation we were having earlier in the year. Where are you now with? Are they a Super Bowl contender?
Now?
This year, no.
Right now, no. Definitely not.
What do they need to do?
I don't know. They're sloppy because they get a lot of flags each game. Their line sucks. Stroud is not the same as he was last year. The defense has moments where it'll just lose a lead. Most of these games in the season have been like they're up in the second half and they let the team come back because the offense stops running well and the defense just lets them come back in.
Would they be a good team if Nico never goes down?
Yeah,
honest question. Like that. That's not.
Yeah, but you can make an argument that derailed them a little bit.
Yeah, maybe
like if he doesn't go down, how good are they right now? If they continue that momentum, what they started with the beginning of the year,
they're 8-5. Maybe they'll have another 2 wins, but. Still, like Stroud hasn't.
We're talking about a 10-3 team now.
But Stroud hasn't played well. That's what worries me.
That's the problem.
Yeah, Stroud hasn't.
Yeah,
he hasn't jumped to the next level.
Definitely a sophomore year.
I don't want to make excuses for CJ Stroud, but I do think like they approached last offseason like a team that's never done this before. They went and got Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's worked out. That's great. But I would trade Joe Mixon for 3 elite linemen in a second right now because that's what they need.
Yeah, they didn't.
Because CJ Stroud is developing some really bad habits. Because he's always running for his life. Yeah. He's always playing hero ball because he has to. His whole career so far in the Texans, he has to play hero ball, and he's becoming a little bit turnover prone. He's forcing a lot of stuff.
Yep.
And it's not good offense. I tell you what, who's taking a hit is Bobby Slowick, the offensive coordinator.
I'm on this thing. He reminds me of another.
Because where's the progression?
Who's the? He reminds me of Adam Gase. A little bit, maybe like offensive mastermind, and then once he gets a little bit of spotlight on him, he kind of shrivels up.
Yeah, I think they should have went and loaded up on both sides of the ball on the line in the trenches, built this team like a grown up, and not just go and like so. Stephon Diggs trade is just that's not where your head should have been, and yet they ran it back with pretty much all the same linemen, right?
Yeah, pretty much all the same linemen. Like and
after having one of the worst offensive lines in the league.
Yeah, they kind of just thought like, hey, we can fix it, or they
probably thought that their window was wide open. Now's the time to go get someone just like Diggs.
Or like if they got this far last year with no exactly. This far again with
they needed to focus more on the interior stuff.
Yeah, but Mixon for a 7th round pick is this.
He looks
great. He's signed for 3 years as well, right?
These running backs are.
They need to keep him around.
Yeah,
Nico Collins looks great. Like he looks like a legit number 1. They paid him like it too, and in a couple of years, that contract is going to look really, really good.
Yeah,
because they really got ahead of that one, and so the window's still wide open.
Yeah,
you need to have a big offseason.
Their focus has to be elsewhere this year.
Like you said, I think it's the O-line. Mainly. I mean, he has 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and
last year 5 picks
and 2 fumbles. So
he has 15 and 9. Will Levis has 12 and 9. Like I
hate when you do these.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like we need to realize how bad of a regression is here and understand that it's not all on CJ Stroud. He has regressed a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think they built the team around him the way they should have this first year anyway.
Yeah, they need to
take note, Commanders.
Yeah, go fix your line, man. You're also going to start because, like you said, if these guys get sacked early and then the bad habits just are part of them for the rest of their career, that's not great.
One other thing I want to talk about them is what happened to Tank Dell?
I don't know.
He's gone.
Well, he got shot, and he's never the same. Maybe he's just scared.
Oh.
He didn't play the Many Men song.
That was a long time ago.
That's what happened.
I don't know.
He had 1 catch today for 20 yards.
Sophomore slump too, I guess.
I think it's like you said. I think it's
he was so good.
Offensive game plan. I don't know. Something about the offensive game plan doesn't seem like it's working.
I feel like people have gotten film on Bobby Slowick's offense and CJ Stroud, and they kind of know how to do it already.
I mean, you see like Ben Johnson. I want to call him Benny. That's your fault. I called him Benny one time. Now I want to call him Benny Johnson.
Me and him are boys like that.
Yep. But you see that Lions offense adapting,
creative, new,
getting
fresh.
better different ways. But this Bobby Sloak offense just
Kind of the same. Kind of the same.
Which probably means the Bears will hire him.
Yeah, the Bears or the Jets, because that's what they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love the Bears.
Yeah.
All right, Rams Saints. Rams almost lost this game and then woke up late in the game, scored 3 touchdowns.
Snoozer.
And, yeah, kind of a boring game.
Yeah.
Because the Rams are doing anything early, and the Saints are just a boring team to watch play football with Derek Carr and Alvin Kamara and those boys. But the Rams absolutely needed to win this game. They had lost a couple here, started a little bit of a slide, and if they have any chance for the playoffs, they need to start winning many more games than they lose down the stretch here.
I mean, currently they're tied with the Bucs and Cardinals at 6-6. They're all tied for the 8th seed. Well, 8, 9, 10. The 7th seed is the Commanders with 8 wins. So they basically need to win out in the Commanders or the Packers to kind of slip away, which is probably not going to happen. So Rams are disappointing. I was legitimately like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, this team's gonna get on a hot streak, and then they play the Eagles and lost, and then I don't know, they just disappoint me. Like I said, this division is not very good this year.
Do you think they can take the division from the Seahawks?
Absolutely not.
No?
Nope. I don't trust any of these teams.
I think they could because I don't trust Seahawks to hold it.
Because they're only one game behind, right?
I trust the Cardinals more than
2? No, 1. Yeah, 1.
Yeah, 1. I mean, 7-5 is the division leader.
Next 5 games to them: Bills,
Yikes. The
40
Rams.
49ers, Jets, Cardinals, and Seahawks to finish the year.
That's doable.
That's
though.
not bad.
You go 3-2 and win
that's not
the
a bad
division.
schedule.
That Seahawks games might be huge.
Yeah,
might be for the division.
Might be for the division. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the Rams. I think we all had higher hopes for them, and let's see if they can scrounge it together. I don't know why. I just have belief in Stafford and McVay and those boys to figure it out.
I don't know why the Saints aren't openly tanking. Why are you trying to win games?
I don't know. I don't understand anything the Saints do.
Saints are weird.
By the way,
Derek Carr.
Taysom Hill went down today. With
All right, moment of silence.
yeah, let's do that real quick. All right, moments passed. Taysom Hill. It looks like it's a severe knee injury.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And
sucks.
I felt like this was the year we were finally getting peak Taysom Hill. Like he was peaking at 34.
He led this team today while being hurt with catches and yards.
He was doing everything.
Receiving. He's a running back or
He never made it to the Broncos.
That's insane, dude.
Nope.
Damn.
Sean Payton, they never got it worked out. I don't know what, but this guy's career, there's got to be a movie about this guy.
Just a fun football player, man.
He's just a ball player.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just loves playing ball.
Yeah. You guys have any words for Taysom Hill?
Gabe's literally speechless.
That feels a little
Disrespectful. He didn't die.
That was on MRI yet.
Because he's such a fun player to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not just bad for them; it's bad for the league. I mean, even Angel just said they need to be a movie about this guy.
He's honestly fast.
He's so incredible. He's what Tebow should have been.
Yeah,
What we wanted Tebow to be. Instead,
Tebow
we got some other white guy doing it. Now now everyone loves that guy.
I'll tell you what, it's a great year for the white guys.
Yeah.
They're doing big things this year.
IQ off the charts this year.
No. That's the thing. They're like the athletes.
They're real.
Yeah.
They have high
The white. Did you see?
I saw
Yes,
a white.
yes,
Did
see-
yes,
I know what
we
you're
saw-
talking about. Yeah.
Did you see my boy, my
Cooper,
little
yes,
baby
Cooper.
boy, Cooper DeJean?
Form.
Plant.
Form.
King
Like,
Derrick Henry.
What was your
up.
honest reaction when that happened? Honest reaction.
Well, I was in the kitchen doing something. Angel's like, "Whoa, Reed Blankenship just made." I'm like, "Reed Blankenship has a cushion." So that was Cooper DeJean.
They look the same.
But yeah,
Scrappy white boys.
I mean, I love Cooper DeJean, man.
He's good. He's good.
He put Derrick Henry on his ass.
That's not a lot of men can do that.
Like, you know how many times Philly's gonna watch? You know how many Johns over there in Philly right now are just up on their phone rewatching that clip?
look at this kid, huh?
Look at this kid, huh?
this guy watches
It's a tough
film.
kid, huh?
This guy watches film.
Who's reminds you of Rocky?
Yeah, Rocky.
This is Rocky.
Got the heart of the champion here.
Champion. Doesn't hurt that he's white.
Yeah. He
But seriously, the white guys are doing it big this year.
This is
Yeah.
how you play football, right here.
That's how you do it.
This is ball.
Act like you've been there.
Riley Moss too for the Broncos, right?
Yeah,
a lot
Riley
of-
Moss
really well.
doing big things.
A lot of never mind. This isn't help racism at all because now the white guys like we didn't want white guys in the league. This is what happens.
Yeah.
They're
If
right.
only CMC was good.
Yeah.
They'd be unstoppable.
He's a sacrificial lamb.
Well, we should revisit now the black team versus the white team that we had last year.
Right.
Be a little more even.
Oh, yeah.
Be a little
who
more
was the
even
idiot
now.
that brought that up again? Who was that?
Rashad Mendenhall.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then just everyone mocked it.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
Everyone came out with their black versus white roster.
This year a little more even.
Okay, let me talk to you about this white secondary.
We got some DBs. Yeah.
Yeah. You get Cooper DeJean in there in the slot.
Yeah.
Riley Moss.
Riley Moss.
That's part of your CB1, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Who's the
CB1.
other-
You get Reed Blankenship back there in the
Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith. Does he count?
He's white.
Is he white?
He's what?
Is he?
Does
God, he's
count?
so old though.
He acts light skinned sometimes. I'll tell you.
He does. He does.
He's definitely counting.
Some cool moments.
We're still short of cornerback. So Cooper's probably going to play cornerback.
Yeah.
Cornerback.
We're gonna have some linebackers.
We have to have
playing.
another. There has to be another white.
Packers don't have one of these guys.
You got a white guy back there
Joe Burrow.
in Green
No,
Bay.
corner.
You say Joe Burrow.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I thought you said quarterback. I thought you said quarterback.
Well, there has to be another white safety.
There has to be otherwise. Wait, Harrison Smith.
Oh yeah, Harrison Smith.
I think
so him and Blankenship in the back.
Marcus Epps might be half.
No, he's light skinned. I saw a guy with that.
World champion with the Eagles. So let's be
Oh my
respectful.
God, he was. Yeah,
Be respectful here.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how we got to that.
That's the Rams Saints
but
game.
that's the Rams Saints game. That's our review of the Rams Saints.
Yeah.
Let's go Bucks Panthers in a game that was
Good.
Fun.
really really fun. Listen, Bryce Young, man,
Bryce,
he's back.
we miss you, bud.
I hear him call audibles, and he still sounds like a little boy.
He looks like a little boy too.
Ready, hut.
Hey, that's doing great out there.
But
Called
listen,
chip on the shoulder.
he went toe to toe today with Baker Mayfield. You know what we think of Baker Mayfield around here.
Yeah.
This is the best case scenario for me because Bryce Young did his thing.
Yep.
Adam Thielen turned back the clock and did his thing. Did you guys see that one hand catch?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Biggest catch of the game, too. Unfortunately, they
next
fumbled
play?
the next play.
Chuba Hubbard gave it up to their team.
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard, who they paid.
Who they paid? Good thing they paid him. Good thing they paid this guy.
But yeah, the Bucks win. Bucky Irving, man.
Bucks.
Can we stop wasting time with Rashad White, please?
Yeah.
Can we stop doing that?
Stop.
Just give it to Bucky.
I mean, they did 25 carries, 152 yards, average six yards a tote, one touchdown.
Mike Evans is back.
Evans is
They're going to
doing-
win this division.
Yeah, this is a team that's 6-6, but like they're way better than that.
The way the Falcons are playing right now too, and
Yeah.
they're just kind of like nonchalant.
I love this team.
Yeah.
I love this team.
So how do we explain then this overtime game against the Panthers then? Is it just a divisional?
Yeah, divisional, and the
Baker got
Panthers.
hurt.
The Panthers aren't as bad as they were 5-6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're playing. Yeah, that's true.
Like you said, Bryce Young's playing really good football right now.
The last 3 games, 3 touchdowns, no picks, playing well, obviously. And in one of those games, that was against the Chiefs, which they almost won.
Yeah.
And then today, they almost won. They're playing, nice ball. They're not anywhere close to where they're gonna be, but it's a good sign of
Kind of
hope.
remind me of the Jaguars. They're kind of the same way, where the Jaguars are like 2-10, but like they're in every single game that they play.
They're still getting a new quarterback this offseason, right?
I don't know. If Will Leather gets in their
This
shot, you gotta get Bryce
inspirational
Young.
ball right
The
now by
Panthers?
Young, man. It's
no,
crazy.
They stay with Bryce Young with how he's
You're
playing.
such
right
a
now.
Raider fan, bro.
With
This
how
is
he's
why you have
playing
Aiden
right now?
O'Connell right now.
No,
This is why you have Aiden O'Connell as your
we
quarterback.
were just talking about how we have to give young quarterbacks more
You're right.
time.
You're right.
Yeah,
Except for Bryce Young.
That's crazy.
He's too little. I'm just not a Bryce Young guy, but yeah,
He's
it's
a
a tough
little fella.
decision as an organization because you have like the amount of the asset that you put into Bryce Young.
Yeah.
You want that to work so badly.
Yeah.
And now he's giving you flashes that it might work. You got to believe in the building there are people who think like,
Shit.
here it is.
Or people that worry.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Now what we're gonna do? We thought this guy
Tough,
was
man. Will Levis and Bryce Young are making it really hard for the organizations.
Will Levis and Bryce. Crazy that we're saying that, but yeah. Will Levis, Bryce Young doing well. Mayfield's hurt. I want to see. Definitely got a shot in the bone marrow.
So I was
That ankle was fucked up.
he was in a walking boot, which is not a lot of times this happens when they have an injury and they're just gonna put that thing on ice all week. They go straight to a walking boot and they kind of do their thing. I'm telling you right now, Baker Mayfield's not gonna miss a single game.
No.
He's gonna play every single game
love
because he's a absolute dog.
And Mike Evans looks great again. So
Yeah,
offense looks good.
this is your weekly reminder that Baker Mayfield was absolutely free out there.
And no one got him.
Yep. All right, Eagles Ravens. The best team in the league played the Ravens, and they moved now to 10-2. Ravens 8-5. You know how this is gonna go for me. So you take this one.
Yeah, I think this is having the CMC effect that the Eagles are having the effect that the Niners had when they got CMC. Because now the offense, you have a closer, you have a tone setter, you have a baseline of offense that is the incredible Saquon Barkley making a run for MVP. Hurts only threw the ball 19 times today, but it didn't really feel like it because he didn't need it.
He'll complete 11 passes.
And that's what you like
touchdown.
about Hurts, because in years prior, it was just Hurts, make a play. And sometimes not all quarterbacks can do that. And that's even Hurts is a pretty good, is one of the top 10, top 5 quarterbacks. Yeah, so getting someone like Saquon who just gives you a baseline of just elite offense makes your entire program run so much smoother.
This is the best version of Jalen Hurts, and it always has been. And it's the game manager version.
Exactly.
And that's not we need to change the dynamic of what that word means, because a lot of these young quarterbacks, it would do them really well to start being a game manager and stop being a hero.
Yeah.
Like, go manage the game, and you would be a much better quarterback.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, when he's in this mode where he can hand the ball off, how many times? 23 times to Saquon Barkley today. Not to mention all the stuff around the line of scrimmage that they do that are basically extended handoffs.
Well, yeah, and then the tush push is still
And the tush
alive
push
and
for
alive
the
and
short
well.
yardage stuff.
Yeah.
And what that gives you with the one-on-ones with A.J. Brown down the field, they didn't have Devonta Smith today. Like, back-to-back weeks, they beat the Commanders, or they could beat the Commanders, Rams, and now the Ravens without Devonta Smith.
And those are good teams.
And so the offense is absolutely clicking right now with Kellen Moore, and that's not even the best unit on their team because let's talk about this freaking defense.
With the old ball coach, Vic Fangio back there. He really, I told you this when we were watching the game, he's just doing the Wade Phillips thing. Like, he's a failed head coach, but he's an incredible coordinator. And what did Wade do when he became a coordinator back in the, when he failed as head coach?
Won some rings.
He won a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, defense is playing really, really well. Had a little bit of an injury scare today with Quinion Mitchell, who I think if he's not in the top 2 for defensive rookie of the year, it's just the record's broken and stupid because there isn't a cornerback in the game playing better than him right now. That's just the truth. That's just numbers. And I get it. If you want your guy, I get that because I want my guy. But if you look at numbers, there's no one playing better than Quinion Mitchell right now.
You mean among rookies or just in general?
Among anyone. Look at the numbers, the receivers he's gone against, what he has allowed. It's right up there with any single person that you can name in this league right now. You know how I feel about Cooper DeJean. He is like the toughness element. He's all over the field. He's that kind of guy in the safe in the box. Nakobe Dean is a player now. They got rid of Devin White, and we were all nervous. I was nervous. And now Nakobe Dean's a guy. I don't want to go through every single player on this defense.
Yeah, you're going through the whole.
But I'm just saying, like, you have it's a youth movement led by Vic Fangio, which is just a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
But
It is exciting to be an Eagle fan right now.
Yeah, good times in Philly. Defense is good.
Start with the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens on this other. Oh boy. Lamar Jackson.
Right on par.
This is just what they do.
Yeah.
This is what they do. They give us the hope or the illusion that this is the best team in football, right? Like, this team cannot be stopped. This team has Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson might win MVP this year because he's having great stats. But against teams like this, you're just like, I just don't know if you can pull it off because this is what your whole career's been the same way.
They're on the bubble.
They're literally on the bubble. Yeah.
Like, they're on the bubble right now. They're not even the leading wild card team.
They're one game behind the in front of the Denver Broncos.
And one game behind the Chargers? Or who's that?
The Chargers, yeah.
2 teams that are playing very well right now.
It's just, and who's the other team behind them? It's the
Colts.
Maybe the Colts come and get them.
Yeah,
the Dolphins absolutely won't, but maybe the Colts do. But the Ravens are just, what are you?
It's what they do.
Usually they do this in the playoffs. That's why it's weird because you can normally by this time they're like 12-1 or 11-2 and like they're there right high. But this is starting a little early this year. Huh?
You know, something I think teams are figuring it out, and it's a hard thing to do because it is a good offense. They do but they're a different team playing with the lead.
Yeah.
When they could just sit back there and hand it to Derrick Henry over and over again and just have the tension be on the other side to get this offense off the field and have Lamar Jackson pick up first downs and play off that whole thing and then take an occasional shot to Zay Flowers, who looks really good this year, by the way. Yeah. Mark Andrews looks really good as well. They're a different offense. But if they can play from behind and they have to flip that, they have to throw, it's a different team.
One thing I don't...
You get them every single time. Like
one thing I don't like about this Ravens team, this Ravens offense, is that they take their time to get Derrick Henry started. It's always like in the fourth quarter they get him going. I know they're probably saving him, but I think it'll do a lot for your offense if you just he didn't break 25 carries a lot. He needs to break that a lot more.
19 carries there.
And that happened later in the game because they needed to move the ball. It's just that offense is kind of like almost like they don't want to use him. Like they're saving him for the playoffs. I think that's what they're doing, but it's costing them games.
Yeah.
Because they're not. He's the second best player on their offense by a wide margin.
Okay, you guys tell me if I'm crazy, okay? Because I am an Eagle fan.
Here we go.
All right. But among the MVP candidates on the field during this Eagles-Ravens game, there was 4 of them. All right? If you don't count Jalen Hurts, then that's 3 of them. Okay, you got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and Saquon Barkley. And I thought today, with all the 3 of those guys on the same field, I thought Saquon Barkley was head and shoulders above both of those guys as far as
like today
watching them. Like watching these 2 guys, all 3 of these 3 guys do their thing. Saquon looked the best out of all of them.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
And he looked the most impactful.
Like today in this game or like on the year.
Yeah, because today's when they're all on the field together.
Oh. Yeah. Lamar struggled.
And the rest of the year, too.
Lamar's had a great year. He looked great too.
But that's not the question.
But Saquon,
that's why they're in the MVP race because they all had a great year.
This is what happens with Saquon if you give him a good team. First time he's ever had a good line, a good team around him. And look what he's doing. Giants are something else. But
but back to my point though. I think in the MVP race though.
Yeah.
This is gonna matter when these guys played each other, and I still don't think he's gonna win it because they don't give it to running backs.
I think it's gonna be it's between Lamar Jackson and Saquon. Derrick Henry's a third, but. Yeah, quarterback. Because
I think the point Joe's trying to say, since it's a narrative game, you're looking at the narrative here where all these MVPs were sharing a field.
Yeah.
And Saquon just outperformed not just one of them, but both of them.
Let me ask, is he still on pace to break Eric Dickerson's record? So I think if he breaks that record.
So is Derrick Henry.
It's great. I think
that's wild.
Yeah.
There's running backs are.
What's kind of beautiful about this is that a year ago, these were the two guys who kind of spearheaded the, pay running backs thing. They organized the meeting. They led the meeting. It was these two guys, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, and now they're literally doing that for the running backs behind them.
Yeah,
so it's kind of cool to see.
But yeah, Saquon Barkley, if he doesn't win it, remember last year CMC had a great year and he didn't win it, so that's why it's hard to say because CMC had a great year last year. And on this show, we were like CMC is the MVP of the Niners and of the NFL, but they don't give it to running backs anymore.
If he breaks that record, I think he wins MVP.
I think I don't know why, but I think it feels like he has a better shot than CMC had last year.
Yes.
It feels like he has much better chance to do it.
Yeah, because like you said, it's narrative.
Maybe because
driven.
Lamar Jackson's so he could catch him, and now I feel like he's firmly put himself above Derrick Henry. Even
Lamar's had moments in prime time. That's what you guys need more prime time games to get the nation behind you because Lamar's gonna win it right now because he's a quarterback and he.
I hate that. I see that shouldn't be though.
Last year,
he shouldn't just be like the default, right? Like that.
Well,
that sucks.
He's had a good year though, Lamar Jackson. I think on the year.
Yeah, he's 29-3.
29-3, touchdowns.
Saquon has had a year that I don't think you'll see again. Just not even just the numbers, just his performance, the way he does things, the way he carries the team. We were using the Eagles as the example of how do you fix a quarterback and his turnover problems? You get a guy that could take the pressure off him and can do what he. I mean, what you just said earlier. Hurts complete 11 passes.
Yep.
He's the most.
He's completed 11 passes, and he won the game today against a good playoff team.
Quick side note: Justin Tucker washed on the season.
That sucks.
19 for 27. He's gonna cost him games in the playoffs if he plays like this. And then they asked Harbaugh, John Harbaugh, if they would think about a kicker change. He said no. He said that wouldn't be wise. I think it'd be wise. Yeah. Maybe.
This is one thing
it's
about
just
them.
so tough.
I don't know.
It's just so tough because he's a Hall of Famer.
He's not good.
That's
everyone ages though.
He's lost them 3 games this year.
Yeah,
3.
He's gonna cost them points on the board in the playoffs.
He missed a field goal today, right?
Yes, he's 19 for 27 on the year.
He's the worst field goal kicker right now.
That's an interesting question. So obviously you would replace Justin Tucker. So you would cut Justin Tucker.
Oh yeah. Look, if I'm trying to win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson, yes, I would. Because he's costing you games, he's costing you points, he's costing you positioning the field.
So what's the we get that part. So what's the negative of cutting Justin Tucker?
Culture, probably.
I mean, he's Baltimore culture. Loves him, but at the end of the day, I think if another kicker wins you a game, you're gonna be like, okay, Justin Tucker, thanks for the. But this guy's win. I think it's a business, and if you're losing games because of one guy or costing you this many points on the board.
Yeah,
it's gonna cost you.
Well, imagine you just add those 3 wins to the record right now. We'd be talking about them differently.
Huge.
Yeah, and also I think this is the last year.
I don't know how you do that.
This is the last year of Tucker in Baltimore.
Yeah.
That could be another reason why too. We're not going to cut him his last year of his contract.
No, I'm saying
they probably won't bring him back.
Yeah, he's probably gone.
This was statistically the best kicker of all time.
Yeah. Age gets all of us, man. Sometimes it's
just a kicker, so maybe it doesn't matter.
Kickers suck.
If you had the greatest running back of all time.
If your team's going to go to the playoffs, don't ever say kickers don't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Playoffs is where kickers shine.
All right, guys, last game here, Sunday Night Football, Bills, 49ers in another snow bowl. I love all the snow games we're getting already.
We're getting a lot of them.
So much. 26 degrees. They hired the city of Buffalo again to dig out the stadium.
Will they lose limbs? We'll find out tomorrow. Because last time people were...
No, Kansas City. They lose the limbs.
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo?
No, it doesn't get cold.
They were molded by it. Yeah, they're born in the snow.
Groomed by it.
Yeah.
Niners go to 5-7, and they just don't look good.
They're done. Stick a fork in them.
Yeah, they're done.
Purdy, 94 yards. But, they're so hurt. They're incredible. I've never seen a team do this bad of luck before.
Yeah, so they lost CMC today.
Yeah.
PCL. We can speculate.
Yeah.
Certainly didn't look like a PCL.
Look like a fucking Achilles.
Kyle, his leg.
Kyle, you're a liar.
He's just such a liar. I don't believe him.
PCL. It's probably the first ligament that came to his head. PCL, right?
He was grabbing his neck.
Bro, his calf
He's
was
fine. He's going to see the doctor in Germany.
He's fine.
Same
He's a
doctor
good
as Christian
doctor.
Watson. Will be fine.
They're gonna give him a new calf. He'd be fine.
But now he's out. You remember Ayuk's out. Debo doesn't look the same, although he looked good today. But he doesn't look the same.
No.
Honestly, the most juice they have in their offense is the backup running back.
Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. That's the guy who looks like
'Cause he's
the
young.
freshest, the youngest.
Doesn't have all these
I don't know
miles
where
on.
Ricky Pearsall is.
He's probably still.
No.
Yeah.
It's not
You know,
funny. He got shot.
I wasn't gonna say
He's trying
that.
to make the all-white team right now.
Oh wait, he does make the all-white team.
Yeah, he's waiting. He doesn't want to shine in the
Let's
year.
be
that
honest,
the
though.
team's
Is he
in,
trying to make
man.
the all-white team, or is he trying to make...
The other team.
Gunshot victims?
Oh, light skin.
He's trying to make... Yeah,
Light
he's
skin
trying to make
team.
the light skin.
Light skin team.
Statistically, in America, gunshot victims are
Yeah.
African American.
You know who used to be on the light skin team is Travis Kelce. Then he started dating.
Taylor Swift.
Swift.
And he got right over
Now
it.
he's back on the white team.
It feels like that. It feels like the race draft from Dave Chappelle. The race draft.
Yeah, the racing
Yeah.
draft?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Good TV.
RIP to that show. Never come back
What were we
again.
talking about again? Oh, yeah, the Niners.
Niners.
They're riddled with injuries. They looked at tonight. They just look like a team that's just... You
Tired.
guys need a break.
They're tired.
Yeah.
Just let's mail it in.
And if you think about it, Gabe was talking,
Reboot.
like off air, we're saying how since 2018 they've been in the playoffs. These long playoff runs, and that wears on you. And now you're seeing everyone's just kind of falling apart physically. And it's just Trent Williams didn't even play today. And he's 39 years old.
Yeah,
or 40 years old.
They need a
Fatigue,
reboot.
man. It's fatigue.
They need a retool. They need a big offseason.
They need new juice in that on that team.
Yeah,
Definitely not Christian
I still think Purdy is a elite game manager, and and you can win with Purdy still.
You're gonna pay him. So
I think you totally botched the Pearsall pick. Like you could have had Brian Thomas Jr. You could have had even the Colts guy who I think is really good. And then Mitchell.
Xavier
A lot of
Legette
guys
has
there.
shown stuff.
Xavier Legette, yeah. You can pick Ricky Pearsall. I don't know why.
They're
And
smarter than everyone else.
Now you need a wide receiver, and you don't have one because Ricky Pearsall's, in my opinion, not very good.
Not very good. And
And so they have a lot of big decisions to make this offseason.
yeah, they're tied.
Also, they don't have a lot of money.
They're tied to Ayuk financially, so you can't
That
do that.
sucks, man.
So
what a great way to
and
kick
he
off
wasn't
this new
even-
team.
At least he's a leader.
Yeah, at least he doesn't do drama. At least he's good on the field once he gets paid.
We haven't heard a word from him. Is he on the? Does he go to games anymore?
Is he on the sidelines now?
Well, he got
He's just
paid.
spending all that money. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Do we think Debo's done after this year?
yeah.
He has to be.
He'll be on the Steelers next year or something. I
Yeah.
feel like he's a Steeler.
Yeah.
Like next year he's gonna be like
He'll have a decent next act.
the Bills maybe. One of those tough
If
guys.
he's on the right team, he'll have a decent next act.
Bills, Steelers.
If he goes and plays on the Titans, then it's over.
Oh, sorry.
the Texans.
Yeah.
I can see the Texans doing that.
That'd be interesting for the Texans.
Oh, we whiffed on Diggs. We got Debo now.
Oh,
What if
God.
they put him on the Chiefs?
I could see him play with the Chiefs, actually.
It's kind of a good fit.
Yeah,
Damn it.
but we think he's gone, right?
He's
and then
gone.
Trent Williams is just getting old.
Yeah, Trent was old. Hargrove.
Hargrave, he's gone. He's been a bust.
Well, and he's hurt this year, and they paid him. That sucks. Fred Warner was in and out. Hung. I can't get the safety's name right.
Tufanga.
He's in and out this season.
Yeah.
but they're just hurt. And then I'm blanking out all their guys' names.
Various Ward.
Yeah, they've just been hurt this year because they're fatigued. And you call this at the beginning of the season like it's a disaster season because the injuries have just piled up. They got old, and this is just a quick reminder. Super Bowl window's not as big as you think. Sometimes it's done, and theirs seems done.
Bills.
Good.
Dropped 35 today. Looked like just far and away the best team.
Allen is just on cloud 9 these days, man.
Yeah, he's
Hey, shout out to
yeah.
got engaged. Hayden Steinfeld.
Steinfeld.
The beautiful Hayden Steinfeld.
He's winning on and off the field. Truly a master of
If he wins the Super Bowl this year, the year he gets engaged,
Yeah.
he no longer has to deal with Stephon Diggs. That's another dub.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then after you win the Super Bowl, you get married.
Yep. What a year.
It's the greatest year of all time.
Yeah. The leader of the Team White for sure this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
He's picked up the mantle from CMC.
Yeah, and
Like,
from,
let me hold that young man.
Yeah, like
your
Burrow,
Achilles are burning.
Actually, Burrow's the light skin. He's on Team Light Skin.
yeah,
Burrow's
yeah.
not on no Team White. He's on the Team Light Skin.
That's true. But Bills look like the best team in the AFC to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
They look better than the Chiefs.
They win games more convincingly than the Chiefs do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We came to this like if Chiefs played the Niners, it'd probably be a close game.
I honestly think the Chiefs are the fourth best team in the NFL.
You know what? I 4 weeks ago I would have yelled at you, but now I'm like I think
the Lions, the Eagles, and the Bills are all better than the Chiefs.
I don't think that winning close games against every team they play is a good thing. They played the Panthers and the Raiders, who aren't great teams, and
they're winning. I know the people hate to say it in the sports world, but they're fluky wins.
Blocked field
Blocked field goals, botched snaps.
Yeah.
Like is that your formula for the playoffs?
It's like let's just get
I
lucky.
know, like if some fan wants to back that up, like, so you're essentially saying this has to happen in the playoffs.
All
You have to get
four-
extremely
I
lucky.
mean, to be fair for them, it seems to
might-
always happen.
It does, but watch it. It's gonna happen.
That is true. It does happen for them a lot. So.
Because they have the refs.
This is
in
the
back
Bills'
pocket.
best chance
Yeah.
in recent memory to win a Super Bowl this year.
For sure.
Yeah,
This
they
is the
got
year they have
Milano back, which is
Matt
a big
Milano
deal.
came back today. Yeah, Von Miller kind of rediscovered his role there.
Love Von. When he's not hitting women, he's pretty good.
Damn.
Oh, jeez, Ainge.
Listen,
James Cook today, 14 carries, 107 yards and a touchdown.
yeah,
He's been like the perfect Robin.
and one of the coolest looking plays, Amari Cooper, little
Yeah,
catch,
did you guys see that play?
catch,
Little
pitch
lateral.
back to
Like a
missed this one.
impromptu hook and ladder.
It was
Oh, you
great.
didn't see it?
It was hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder.
To the
Classic.
quarterback.
Yeah, Cooper caught the ball. Josh Allen kind of swung to the left, gives the ball to Josh Allen. Josh Allen does a full
Cooper's being
extendo.
tackled by two guys.
Yeah,
He just doesn't want to go down. He's fighting.
Josh Allen does a full extendo.
They like
to
knew
the-
like this guy's on cloud nine. No
By
one's
the way,
tackling
there's
him.
5 fucking inches of snow on the
Yeah,
ground.
he can't see anything.
Cooper's like, come here.
Josh Allen, good for you, buddy. I'm kind of jealous of you,
What a
but every
stud.
guy is. But he's a stud, and he's the most likable guy because he's not like a dick about it. He's like a regular. He's like an everyman.
Yeah.
He's a really good football player.
Seems like a great teammate. Seems like a great, a very coachable guy.
Also, it needs to be talked about more and more, especially as they keep winning games. The Stephon Diggs drama.
seems
we
like he
need to
pays his
talk about
taxes.
I mean, no one on the receiving end. No one. I mean, because the conditions were so bad.
They just
But
spread it out.
spread it
Yeah,
out.
the
Whoever-
point is they spread it out. There's no me, just
Nope.
me feeding. It's just
Yeah.
You mean
it's
there's
spread
no
out.
there's no
Everyone's
one
happy.
there's no one on the end of a 7-game winning streak saying I need the ball more.
I need the ball more.
What
Which
the
is
hell, guys?
crazy.
I know we're winning, but I need the ball.
like if I'm a receiver on there, I'm like Josh. I'm following you, man. Whatever you want to do.
Amari Cooper just one of the guys.
Yeah.
He's the most unselfish player going to one of the
Honestly,
most
yeah.
unselfish teams.
Yeah.
It's a great match. Real quick, does Joe Brady get head coaching stuff?
Yeah, he's going to.
Right?
He's going to. Yeah,
I figured he would.
and that's gonna be a big loss for the Bills.
it would be like a Daboll loss because when Daboll left, they had to find their gear again.
Joe Brady, man.
You gotta find someone
Joe
who looks like
Brady.
Josh Allen.
Tell you what, Joe Brady on the Bears,
Joe Brady on a lot of teams is good.
Caleb Williams,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because what he did with Josh Allen that's working, that's now has Josh Allen in line to be a Super Bowl favorite. We'll see what happens. Is that he reined him in? He reined him back.
Wild horses.
That's what Caleb Williams needs.
Okay, slow down a
Rein
little
him
bit.
in.
Yeah, you have
Stop.
weapons. They have
Yeah.
weapons in.
You can do the
Chicago.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
we understand you can do that.
We have controlled chaos.
But that's not an offense.
exactly. Joe Brady. Yeah.
Just fix the Bears.
yeah.
They won't do it.
But they won't do it.
They'll
They'll probably.
hire Slowick or whoever had a bad year.
What
this
about
year.
he? What,
Ron
what if
Rivera.
he went to the Texans?
As what?
As an offensive
A consultant?
coordinator?
Yeah.
Oh.
Consultant.
He's not going for the Bills.
As a friend?
Oh no, yeah.
As
he's
a
looking-
favor?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's.
I mean, you're talking about as an offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Nah,
So you
I
think
don't
he goes
he'll
straight
make
to
a
head
lateral-
coach?
Yeah, he's
yeah.
not gonna make a lateral move.
no, he's going head coach. Or, head coach. Or they pay him a crap load of money to be the coordinator one more year.
Raiders?
We're still on Team Dion. I want Dion in the Raiders with Shador.
Yeah, that's true.
As a coach, I don't know. Do you think it works?
Joe Brady? I think he's a good offensive mind.
No. If Dion goes to the Raiders,
That's a whole other conversation. But yeah.
If you were okay with what's his name being the head coach
Oh, yeah.
after this year, you better be okay with that.
Pierce.
Hey, we haven't had a conversation with
I tried
Andrew.
talking him out of it before last year.
yeah, it was
Yeah, we think a good fit for the Raiders now that Tom Brady's running the show.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
yeah.
is Deion Sanders
And Shador.
Is Shador, and honestly, bring the whole show there. Whoever you want to bring.
Yeah.
Honestly, whatever. I think Tom Brady can hopefully right the ship. So if that's what he feels is the best decision, then do it. Man. Whatever he feels is.
I'll take anything.
Dude. I just want to see us win. I've witnessed.
That's not what I said. You're not gonna win.
Okay. Oh.
You'll just be more entertaining.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the downfall of that story is greater than if it turned out to be something good. I just think that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Deion,
Yeah, you bring Dion there.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. It
I like
doesn't seem
Deion.
like.
why do you think it's a disaster?
I think there's just too. I mean, there's too much diva in there.
Everywhere he's gone, he's won. That's
This is the NFL. Okay,
Is,
Well, he's
is Deion
only-
is Deion Sanders a diva, or is he just kind of outspoken?
I think he's.
I think he's all about his son, which is what a good father is. You know, kind of like the whole LeVar Ball thing. How everyone jumped on him, but in all honesty, he was just backing up his sons here. But if you put him in a professional setting where he has to not just work with his son, he has to work with 52 other guys.
Yeah, but he's winning.
Yeah.
Colorado's a good team.
Okay, well,
He won at Jackson State. He's winning at Colorado.
Okay, go ahead and do it at the pro level,
that's what I was
where
gonna say,
where
yeah.
if you lose 1 or 2 games, your name is already being tossed around as someone that they could let go in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's just what scares me.
All I've seen him do since becoming a head coach anywhere is bring a shit, college or team to relevance, and then he leaves, and then once he leaves, they go back to being what they were prior.
But college ball is different
And
because
honestly,
young high school kids are going to want to go play.
Some of these
play for
teams, like I'm not comparing them, but like when the Rams hired McVay, when the Niners hired Shanahan, like it wasn't like some amazing. You never know where good head coaches can come from. It. I'm on Sanders. I'm on Dion being head coach for the Raiders. I love Dion.
So you genuinely think it would be a good...
I genuinely think it'd be. I think, and I also think that you need to keep up with the AFC West.
Yeah.
The AFC West is a good good division.
It is, yeah.
And if you
I'm not against trying new things out every year until something works. That's fine. I just don't think Dion is a good
So
starter.
Joe, you genuinely think though it would be a bad decision? It wouldn't.
No,
Or it
no.
wouldn't be.
I think it'd be fine. I think. I guess a little bit to Gabe's point. I think they would really need to understand Dion's limitations schematically, because in college you can have those limitations because it is a lot more about culture. It's a lot more about how hard you get your boys to play.
Yeah.
Whereas in the NFL is a little bit more parity, and you have to have elite coaching.
Yeah.
And so, but I think Dion understands that. I think he would have a great staff. I think it would work. I think he's a leader of men.
Yep.
I think he's proven that no matter where he's gone, is that he's a leader of men. And I think if he went to an NFL locker room, I think he'd be very similar to a Mike Tomlin, a Dan Campbell, that kind of leadership.
Because what gets lost too is that he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. So like he's gonna have because he's a head coach, we've kind of forgotten. Oh, this is one of the top 3 players of all time.
He's also not that same guy. That's why I don't like the diva thing being thrown around about him.
Yeah.
He's not a diva because a diva is outspoken and toxic.
Yeah.
He's just outspoken.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? He's not LeVar Ball.
Or Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when he does talk, he has good things to say. Because Mike Tomlin's loud. He says some crazy shit.
He does. Yeah.
But he's a culture setter. I think that's what Dion is.
I-
He's a culture setter. He's an elite culture setter.
Yeah, I love Dion.
Yeah, I agree
That's
with
fine.
that. I agree
Yeah,
with that.
Gabe. So suck on that.
I'm willing to bet this is not going to work if it does happen.
Oh, once it happens, it's gonna.
I can't wait.
We'll have some bets.
I'm really willing to bet on this. I'll go against all 3 of you guys on this one.
I can't wait for our.
I just think that'd
wait
be
to take the money.
a disaster.
All right, let's do one more, guys, and we'll wrap up the show. Of course, Monday Night Football has the Browns and the Denver Broncos.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Big game for the Broncos. I think an easy game for the Broncos. I'm picking the Broncos this one. You guys got the same?
Yep.
Yeah, I have Broncos.
Angel, who you picking?
Let's ride.
Yeah, Broncos. Bo Nix needs to have a big game to get the hype behind him for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he needs it badly.
Even though he's outperformed Jaden Daniels.
Numbers don't matter.
Yeah, but it's all about narrative. Bo Nix is playing well. Defense is playing well, obviously. This is a must-win. And honestly, it must win because the Ravens are 8-5, and they're kind of falling. The Colts are rising. They're at 6 and 7. So we have to, if we can jump the Ravens and get a little bit of a gap where you don't have to worry about being leaped by one of these outside teams, that's what you're kind of looking for. Right now, Sean Payton, and Sean Payton's that's always focused on. He's getting in the playoffs, proving everybody wrong about Bo Nix.
Oh, yeah.
Proving everyone wrong that he was whatever kind of head coach he was. That's all we're thinking about now. So this is just playoff positioning. And the Browns, they're a good story, but they're not going to win this game.
We're getting another primetime Jameis Winston game. So
A good quote.
good quotes, some Bible verses,
Another guy who
some scriptures.
Another guy you just can't hate. He's just so likable.
he's great.
He's good for the NFL.
549 yards through the air, and we don't know how it happened.
No, he just gets it done.
Of course, the Browns are super banged up. I'll go through a couple of theirs right now. Guys who aren't going to play: Cedric Tillman, Juan Thornhill, Jedrick Willis Jr. all out. Riley Moss out for the Broncos.
Yeah.
He won't play. So no white cornerback on prime time. That
But
sucks.
He hides that pretty well, though.
Damn it.
Revenge game. Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy for Patrick Surtain. I'll take Surtain.
I'll
It
take
seems like
Surtain.
Jerry Jeudy is the guy who wants to go off so bad.
He's talk so much shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they asked him why, it's about his time with the Broncos. He's like, well, they didn't use me right. Which could be true, but I don't know. Jerry Jeudy is
Jerry Jeudy versus
Surtain.
Surtain. You gotta imagine those
I'll take Surtain.
practice squabbles were real.
I'll take Surtain. Surtain.
Bo Nix. Is he a playoff? Does he win a playoff game? You think?
Right, get there. I'm not sure winning. It's like the AFC's tough.
He's
like,
cool, man.
Like
You
if
gotta
we
see
get
it.
in the
You gotta
wild
see
card,
He's working.
He's. I think he's more dynamic than people thought he was going to be.
well at this point, right?
Yeah.
The Texans. Would you take the?
I think you're looking at, like, if you're talking about the playoffs right now, he'd be going against probably, the Chiefs?
Well, he'd be a wild card, so he'd be the winner. Yeah, gets the number 1 seed.
In which he's proven he could keep up with them.
It was a blocked field goal that. And they,
Divisional games, yeah.
God, if we beat the
I think
What is he
if
good
you're
at?
just looking at it.
Like, give us a quick, like, what is Bo Nix good at? What's working for him?
He's a good athlete. He runs the ball extremely well. People don't. We didn't see that coming.
Why?
And
Whoa, why don't we see it coming?
because he's white. and his profile in college, because they didn't ask him to run a lot. He's a very good athlete. And then also,
Interesting.
he's performing well on third down and in the red zone. If you do that quickly in the NFL,
Yeah.
you'd be a good quarterback really, really fast.
So, sneaky speed.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Sneaky athleticism.
IQ off the charts.
IQ off the charts.
No, but yeah, he's good on third down, good
What's
in the
that
red
quote?
zone.
Coach, my basketball IQ is no match for his quickness.
Yeah. No, he's good. He has he's kind of because at the beginning of the season he wasn't pushing the ball in the field. He's getting confidence in that now. His only problem is the same in Pittsburgh: lack of weapons that you really can trust in a playoff game. He has Courtland Sutton, and that's kind of about it.
I mean, I'm looking at the last 5 games here. Last 5 games, what's that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah, but you don't talk about that because Jane Daniels is
Like,
the cooler one.
that's crazy, man.
He's rookie of the year right now, as of right now, and I'm sure tonight he'll have a good game because that Browns defense is not the same as it was last year.
Are the Broncos in primetime anymore?
Yeah, we had got flexed to Thursday night.
Oh, you did?
Broncos Chargers.
Oh, good for
Yeah.
you guys. That's a win right there.
That's
for
what
his-
he needs. He
for
needs
his campaign.
He needs some
heck
narrative
yeah.
wins.
Broncos Chargers on plan. That's a playoff seeding thing.
Let's take a
too.
look at the Broncos real quick. Who wants to pick the games? That's not Angel. One of you guys.
Tonight's game?
Broncos schedule the rest of the year.
Ooh, me. I'll do it.
All right. Right now they're at what, Angel?
7-5.
7-5. Okay. Browns.
They're gonna start off with a win.
Okay. Colts.
Wow.
Really?
Colts playing good, but I don't think they're there yet. The Broncos have been there for a while.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd pick the Broncos there
I'd take
too.
the Broncos.
Chargers. That's a huge game, man.
Big game. Man, if I'm gonna take the Chargers. I think the defense is gonna stop the young run. The young quarterback to learn a early career lesson, kind of like what the Eagles did with what's his name,
Jane Daniels.
Jane Daniels.
It's in LA. Not that that matters because there'll be more Bronco fans.
There'll be more Bronco fans there.
Yeah.
Bengals.
The Broncos. I hate to say that, but the Broncos.
And then they finished in at home against the Chiefs.
At home against the Chiefs. Wow. Little rivalry game.
They're going to win that game.
Well, the Chiefs
Little
are
rivalry
gonna,
game. The Chiefs are probably going to be sitting some guys out.
They're going to be sitting almost everybody, right?
Yeah, they're going to win the game.
Well, yeah, you guys can snag a win there.
They'd be 11-6.
Holy crap.
And I'm not just
The
being a Bronco-
11-6
I'm not-
Broncos being led by
I'm
a
not being a
rookie
Bronco
quarterback.
fan either. I think I agree with your game picks because, like, I think the Colts game, the Chargers game, those will change our season for sure.
Yeah.
We need to win those both in order for us to keep a good playoff spot.
Yeah.
But Chiefs, week 17, Chiefs aren't going to play anybody because they're going to be number 1 seed bye week looking, so we might win that game just because out of, default. So, yeah.
Good for the Broncos,
I
man.
think they're going to be pissed off, too, the way they lost the first one.
Yeah.
We're going to finally get a shot at them again.
All right, guys, that's week 13. Anything else?
No, fun week. It feels like playoff football has already kind of started.
Who was your clutch fantasy performer today?
Well,
who do I have?
That's not my unclutched performer.
Let's keep positive.
Unclutched Kyle Pitts.
All right,
Fuck you.
Fine, do both. Okay, Angel
Kittle.
get started.
yeah.
Oh, Kittle.
Kittle was huge
That
for me
was so
tonight.
weird. They targeted him the first play of the game. Me and Gabe playing each other, and he needed what? 2 points?
He needed
3
2
points?
points. Yeah, he needed 2 points.
He got the first play of the game.
He
Catch for 7 yards,
it, yeah.
and I was like, I'm screwed. It's done.
Yeah.
And they didn't target him the rest of the game.
No, they targeted him one more, but it was an incomplete pass.
Crazy.
Awesome.
Crazy. What's your best?
Man, fantasy today. Crazy enough, Joe Burrow and Chase just remain as the best in fantasy.
The best
They're
stat.
very good. They were kind of just okay until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And just like that, they threw a bunch of points.
Yeah. It's like
Very
the
scary.
Warriors. Back
Mine
in the
was
day.
Mike Evans. Came back and
Came back,
with a
looking
vengeance.
good.
I think wide receiver 2 on the week so far.
Yeah.
My worst. Who's my worst?
I played against you today.
It was a CeeDee Lamb.
You had some duds. Oh yeah, CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb was a dud.
You had some duds like in the first half games,
They kind of came
and then
back.
all of a sudden they all scored like at the same exact time.
CeeDee Lamb didn't. He just left the game. He stopped playing in the game.
My winner was H.N. He's kind of game script proof because he catches the ball so much. He's
Yeah.
like their second white out there.
And then Pitts here.
And Pitts is
Bring us home, Andrew.
mine was Brock Bowers from.
He's 30 points today.
30 points.
In fantasy, in PPR, in our league.
Yeah.
So good.
He's
Yeah.
great.
And then my worst was JSN, unfortunately. He had only 11 points.
I could have told you that.
Let me tell you something, man. There is not a bigger JSN fan than Andrew.
Dude,
Jackson, if you're watching,
Jackson,
send him a hat or something.
Bro,
You owe him.
There is no reason they should not be throwing him the ball. There is no reason.
Yeah, there is.
Like
There's a 6'4", 230-pound reason.
I'll give you a perfect example though. Today,
Here we go.
DK Metcalf was hurt, and Gino was still choosing to throw him the ball while Sauce Gardner was covering him.
I wonder
over
why,
JSN.
Andrew. Because he's DK Metcalf, man.
Dude, he went 3 for 10.
But I tell you what, that's
He's overtaking Lockett at least.
yeah, Lockett's.
Oh well, yeah,
Lockett's about to be
that's
cut
what he
next year.
needed to do. That's what he,
One more thing, and we got to close the show up to this. Deontay Johnson. You guys seeing what's happening with the Ravens?
no.
He didn't play a single snap today. He got benched today in a game where Rashad Bateman didn't play most of the game because he got hurt.
Wow.
Oh.
Why they traded for him is beyond me.
Did they just trade for him just so he wouldn't be on the Steelers?
No, he was on the Panthers.
Or so he wouldn't be on a contender?
Oh,
Like, is it just
Keep away.
Keep away? Because they didn't pay anything for him.
that's some chest level shit.
They
right
didn't.
there.
They didn't say anything why he wasn't playing.
Nope. Lamar Jackson said, "Yeah, we should probably play him. That's why we got him. That's it."
Wow.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Drama and Ravens are.
Something else happened today, too, in that same division. I know you guys, you're going to hate this one, but the winning streak, 21 seasons in a row for Mike Tomlin or something like that?
18.
Oh,
18.
yeah. 18. It's extended to 21, I think is the overall one.
Yep. Still has not finished any worse than 500 with the Steelers.
This is one of his better teams he's had.
When you think about it, it's like, it's not too impressive, but it is impressive. I mean, you're winning seasons.
It's a good team. Will they win the Super Bowl? Probably not, but they're a good team.
Yeah, my mic's just giving out, so that's a sign to
It's a sign.
end the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching episode 187. We'll see you again on Wednesday with the brand new show. We haven't had rankings in 2 weeks, so we're going to get a rankings
do it.
from Angel. Should be good. Enjoy Monday Night Football. Go Broncos. See you Wednesday. Bye.
Peace.